billion-dollar beats, Hollywood galas, and a glittering resume. Yet behind penthouse doors, prosecutors say Sean "Diddy" Combs was quietly building an underground empire that could cost him the rest of his life. How did one of music's most powerful moguls end up facing a possible life sentence? And what did a tear-stained recording reveal when jurors finally pressed play? But the case isn't just about a superstar's downfall, it's about the people who say they lived through it. Federal agents arrested Combs in September 2024 after a grand jury indictment accused him of orchestrating a network of forced hotel nights, illicit travel, and hush money payouts that allegedly spanned multiple states. Prosecutors folded those claims into 4 headline charges: racketeering, conspiracy, trafficking, transporting illicit substances, and obstruction. If jurors side with the government, the maximum sentence hovers at life behind bars. That dry legal outline became painfully vivid once the government's key witness, known publicly as Jane, took the stand. Speaking through steady sobs, Jane described a 3-year relationship in which, she said, private sessions could last 3 days and involve multiple hired companions. She claimed she depended on stimulants supplied by Combs just to stay awake, hinting at a routine so demanding that infections and physical exhaustion became ordinary. Jane told jurors she still receives rent money from the artist, a lifeline she says once came with quiet threats: refuse the gatherings, lose financial security. By week 4 of testimony, the prosecution played a short audio clip in which Combs can allegedly be heard instructing participants. Jane said the clip captured a typical night and that even subtle pleas like mentioning hunger or fatigue were brushed aside with demands to finish strong. Her voice cracked as she recounted texting Combs that she couldn't close Pandora's box and no longer wished to be left in dark hotel rooms. His reply, she told the court, was 2 words: "Girl, stop." Jane's account sounded hauntingly familiar to anyone who followed the civil lawsuit filed by singer Cassie Ventura in 2023. Cassie's prior complaint, quietly settled for a rumored 8-figure sum, painted almost identical scenes: high-pressure gatherings, narcotics, and constant fear of displeasing the star. 2 other former partners, plus several ex-employees, have echoed that pattern in court, describing elaborate planning and a revolving cast of aides who handled cash, rooms, and transportation. Together, prosecutors insist these stories reveal an organized system, not isolated romantic drama, which raises a critical question. If an entire support structure existed, who kept the gears turning? Jane detailed a logistics web: assistants who reserved luxury suites under shell names, security staff who ferried sealed packages, and a chief of staff who allegedly assured her that carrying designer-branded pills through airports was standard procedure. She described collecting envelopes thick with cash to pay third-party companions, and recalled hotel staff delivering extra towels, sound systems, and tinted lighting at odd hours, never asking why. Prosecutors argue that kind of coordination is precisely what elevates the allegations to racketeering. Defense attorneys, however, offer a very different narrative. Combs' legal team portrays the gatherings as consensual adult fantasy. Sensational, yes, but mutual. They highlight affectionate texts, lavish gifts, and trips Jane took after each alleged episode, suggesting she remained by choice. They claim jealousy over the artist's other relationships fueled her revisionist story, and note that some accusers accepted financial settlements or continued business with Combs long after the events. That strategy seeks to chip away at the coercion element central to trafficking law. Yet outside the courthouse, the fallout has already shifted the mogul's orbit. Within weeks of the indictment, nearly 20 corporate partners cut ties, including beverage giant Diageo, severing a once lucrative stake in Ciroc Vodka. Streaming platforms muted ad campaigns, talent agencies distanced themselves, and festival lineups quietly removed his name. Financial analysts estimate Combs' net worth plunged by hundreds of millions in under a year. In private circles, The silence from longtime collaborators speaks louder than any public statement. The legal clock, meanwhile, keeps ticking, and every new witness edges the jury toward a verdict that could redefine celebrity accountability. Scheduled witnesses include forensic accountants tracing cash withdrawals, digital forensics experts vetting phone backups, and former bodyguards who claim they once acted as reluctant lookouts. Prosecutors may introduce flight manifests tying private jet routes to city-by-city gatherings, while the defense plans to call medical professionals to question the alleged physical toll. Closing arguments are penciled in for late summer, but observers say the timeline could stretch if more accusers come forward. If convicted on all counts, Combs faces mandatory minimums that rival high-profile federal mob cases. Whatever the outcome, one thing is certain: the industry is watching, and the verdict will echo far beyond a single courtroom. From glitzy award show stages to a somber federal dock, Sean Diddy Combs' story now hangs on whether jurors believe quiet hotel room recordings over headline-making star power. The tapes, the text messages, and the tearful testimony all converge on a single theme: power without oversight can cast a very long shadow. Will that shadow finally meet the light of accountability, or will fame once again rewrite the ending? Let us know your thoughts below, and stay tuned as we track every twist that could redefine what justice looks like at the highest levels of entertainment.